Welcome everybody to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Ha! Fast as I could. I'm Dr. Cush. We are here tonight. Listen, normally on a Saturday, we have a 3 cocktail bonanza. We have a deep dive into something. Tonight, we're gonna be doing 1 cocktail. Every person on Earth that I am even aware of, not even friends with, just aware of, has a birthday this week. So let me see if I can do it real quick. I want to say happy birthday to Curtis, to Paper, to Naked, to Ren, to Rachel, to Ryan, to, who am I forgetting? There's got to be other people. We're in like 47 birthdays. So we're doing 3 of them tonight. So that is where we have to draw this a little short. However, I figured we're in the middle of Christmas drinks. We're doing all these Christmas drinks currently. You know what Christmas drink we haven't done yet? Anything with cranberry. Cranberry and Christmas go together like gifts and Christmas. They go together like partridges in whatever kind of tree, pear or otherwise, and Christmas. So to be very honest with you, there just aren't that many cranberry drinks. Oh, D and Tara. Yes, sorry. To my friends D and to Tara, also, happy birthday to them too. I think we're seeing all of them tonight. Anyway, so I figured I would do what I do sometimes and sit and stare off into the middle distance, conjuring a cocktail out of nowhere. We're going to try a theoretical cocktail tonight, never been made before, may never be made again, but we are going to use one of my favorite ingredients in all cocktailing, and that is cranberry juice. So get ready for that. We're going to be making some fresh live cranberry juice. I don't know how live it's going to be. Fresh cranberry juice, and we will make our cocktail called Strangers and Friends. Friends and Strangers. Friends and Strangers. Whatever you want to call it. It's my cocktail. You can call it whatever you want. Friends and Strangers. Watch the intro. Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. All right, let me say hello to the people before we get too deep into this friends and strangers stuff. All friends here. Maybe some strangers. Maybe some new people showed up. They're strangers at this point. Let me say hello to Tiki Bonbon, winner of the 2025 Cush Tucky Derby. We just learned about the Cush Tucky Derby. Some people didn't know what the Cush Tucky Derby was. First Saturday in every May. Bonbon won it last year. The husbands won it the year before. The year before that, DC Debbie Clark. And the year before that, my brother Grant. I really wish I could erase that one. It really looked like a lot of favoritism. I got good feeling about Tiki Court in her first ever Cush Tucky Derby. It's coming up in May. So when you start talking about it now, that way people get stoked about it. Good evening. Shawnee P, Shawnee Panda Baker. Good to see you there, pal. It was just the 3 of them chatting for a while. Just chat. Oh, and then enter a new fighter. Tiki Tom. Good to see you, Tiki Tom. Congratulations. I'm not going to give away your business. Congratulations on everything you're working on. Seems like you're doing, seems like you're happy. It's important. A little advice from Cush. It's happy to be important. Look at that. Amy Beer is here. Hello to you as well. Amy Beer. Let's see. Who else do we got? We're going to sort of speed through these a little bit just so that we can definitely get to the cocktail. I have a definite out time tonight. That is where we're at. Paul Bellamaro, not going to like this cocktail. Not going to like it at all. Really, really not going to like it. Wow, the Lady Yukon Huskies crushed USC today by 30 points. Cheers to them. There we go. USC have a... does USC play basketball? I don't think that's true. I don't think USC plays basketball. We're a football school. BGB the Bun, good to see you. As always, a pleasure. Never a chore. Kyle Tender is here. He wants one of these. I think. It's not really a tiki drink tonight. Again, completely theoretical. We're going to take some of my friends from cocktails and also some strangers two cocktails, and we are going to make this cocktail. At the end of it, we will have a quick quiz on what kind of cocktail do you think this is. So let's get into it. What was I thinking when I came up with this? Well, I myself really like a vodka cranberry. If I'm going out into the world and I don't trust your bar, get me a vodka cranberry. I'll be very, very happy with that. Vodka cranberry is not, it's not just cranberry juice, it's cranberry juice cocktail. So, you know, cocktail already. There's going to be sugar in there, some sour. Basically, a vodka cranberry is a pre-made daiquiri. Pre-made sour. Nice and simple. Hard to screw it up. Well, the only problem with that is, of course, we we do screw it up. We, you know, cranberry juice, kind of mediocre. Kind of mediocre. So we're going to be making our own cranberry juice. We're going to start over here today with that. I went to the store, and cranberries were extra cheap today. So I think I might have bought a lifetime supply. I think about 32 ounces of cranberries. So we're just going to make a quick, only cranberry juice. This is not cranberry cocktail. It's cranberry juice. I think I'm in my blender era right now. So when I finally do the Cush Eras tour, we will have to remember when I was on my blender era, because that's what we're doing today. We're going to go ahead and grab some cranberries. We're going to be putting in 1 part just fresh cranberries. I'm going to save some for later. No, not going to save any for later. Equal parts. Equal parts. They freeze, I hear. That's good. That's good to know the cranberries freeze. I have 32. I think I might have 30 ounces left. I think this might be 2 ounces. Equal parts of everything. This is how we're making our syrups in the blender. It's super simple. Eventually, if you have a cocktail that calls for something more, that needs more cranberry flavor, that needs more ginger flavor, put more ginger in there. That's great. But equal parts is a great place to start. So we're going to put in an equal part of sugar. Right there. That's just an awful lot of sugar. And then, since we're making a syrup and not just a jelly, if you just want a jelly, this would be great. Just, you know, put a little heat on that, blend it up a little bit. We're making a syrup, however, and syrup is going to come in the form of sugar and water. So we're going to add our water right into here. A little less than equal part. A touch less than equal part on the water. All right, let's be real about that. Give that a nice little shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake Sonora. There's a really cool line in that song, you know, that Shake, Shake, Shake Sonora song. And I don't feel like that line gets enough credit. I think it's, as the kids would say, I think that's a hot bar. It says, she jump in the air, come down in slow motion. I just think that's a cool line. Blend it. Jump in the air, come down in slow motion. Doing so much stuff, I forgot what to turn off. Okay, we got a nice blended mush here. This is like a muck, almost like a cranberry muck. Cranberries, famously grown in where? Bogs. Bogs. Got to grow them in a bog. All right, we're going to take this little cup right here. We're going to do our famous, Dr. Cush's famous exotic the filtering technique. We're just going to filter our cranberry water and sugar. We're just going to blend it, or we're going to filter it right through here. There we go. Just making some nice, fresh cranberry juice. Put all this stuff on the floor, and then pray that we don't spill, because Kyle will what? Kill me. Right there. Okay, put this off to the side as we're dripping our cranberry juice through. Let's build the rest of this cocktail. All I was thinking when I was making this little guy was, what do I like? I know, Kyle, I won't spill. I was thinking, what do I like? Well, there's a bar. It's a restaurant. Phoenix. I believe they're out in New York or in LA too. I believe that they might be everywhere. They're called Houston's. Anybody ever been to a bar called Houston's? I used to go to Houston's every Christmas Eve with my dad. My dad and I would head over to Houston's after all the different parties, and we would grab some drinks there. We'd maybe have some shoestring fries and maybe a dipping sandwich. What do you call it? A French dip sandwich. Maybe a French dip sandwich. And the thing that I would always order when I was there would be a Greyhound. Love a Greyhound. A fresh made Greyhound is a very, again, hard cocktail to beat. Very, very difficult to beat. So we're going to start this with a very strong Greyhound. Oh, hey guys, it's me. There we go. We're going to go down here instead. Greyhound is just a vodka grapefruit. Nice and simple. It's a vodka drink. Make a vodka grapefruit. I had, oh, there it is. Of course, grapefruits, far too large for any kind of elbow weapon. So instead, we're going to be getting her in here. We're just going to slowly twist and squeeze. We're looking for about 2 ounces of our grapefruit juice. Somebody wrote a little novel now. I can't see what's going on. 1 sec. Okay. Houston's. First place, I had a spinach dip. Oh. That's spectacular. I am hoping to post a Christmas in a glass cocktail to after hours tomorrow. Tried tonight. It was nearly perfect. It's called Santa's Swizzle. Need to make it and take a picture. Absolutely. Yeah. Pop on over to Dr. Cush's Exotic After Hours. Post all of your little drinks. Love to have a group of people just sitting around making drinks, post them up on the line. I don't think that's enough. We need full 2 ounces. We're going to keep going. I'm often confused about why people watch this show. Just watching me slowly get the juice out of a grapefruit. But then I remember the old saying from Santa Claus, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Santa, I believe, said that. We're going to put 2 ounces of our grapefruit juice in here. Oh, just enough. Oh, my goodness. Like I'm a genius. 2 ounces. Right there. This is going to go where? On the floor. On the floor. Great. Okay. You're noticing, I'm sure you're all whispering to yourselves. It's a murmur going through the entire crowd right now. Pink grapefruit. Pink grapefruit. I noticed that was pink grapefruit. Pink grapefruit, fresh pink grapefruit is great. The problem with pink grapefruit and the reason that a lot of people get very, very concerned about their pink grapefruit is when you see pink grapefruit in a bottle, normally that has been messed with. Somebody, some scientist with his little lab coat has gotten in there and he's, honey, we should put in some dinitric oxide, whatever. I don't know any chemicals, but one of those chemicals, they say, hey, we should put that in there to make it last a little bit longer. So white grapefruit, for some reason, normally doesn't have that. So if you ever see white grapefruit juice, and you don't have white grapefruit juice, just replace it with fresh grapefruit juice. You'll be good. It's a little hack. I don't know if it's much of a hack. I've run out of space on the bar. Bar needs a clean and a new year. Okay, we got that. Now, this is called Friends. That's Friends right there. I love when I would sit with my friends and my dad. He's a friend of mine. You guys know him? Friend of mine. And he would, we would order those. That's a friend drink. Now, strangers. We're going to put some strange things into this as well. Some stuff that, maybe friendships that we haven't made yet. So pre-friends, also called strangers. I want to throw a little bit of this in here. This is vermouth. I like vermouth. A lot of people don't like vermouth. I'll tell you who doesn't like vermouth. We're talking about him already. My dad doesn't like vermouth. Odd. It's an odd thing not to like. He orders a martini. Says no vermouth. You're just drinking gin. You're just drinking. Just order gin. Order cold gin. You won't listen to me. I guess that's how it works. Find yourself a dry vermouth. If you want this to be a little sweeter, we're not putting any other sour into this. We are putting a bit of tart into this, but not a lot of sour. So if you want this to be a little sweeter, the grapefruit isn't going to do it for you. It's not going to give you if grapefruit isn't going to do the sour that you need, don't worry about it. Find I'm all higgledy-piggledy. Go ahead and just grab some grapefruit or vermouth. Grab some vermouth. We're going to be putting in half an ounce. All we're doing is making this a little longer and adding some spice to this. Remember, vermouth is just spiced wine. Somebody's going to clip that and tell me that I'm wrong, because I am technically wrong. It is a fortified wine that normally has something like wormwood in it. It'll usually have some herbs in it. I don't know if you would count that as spice. Do we count wormwood as spice normally? No. Normally, no. Definitely not. But for all intents and purposes, just call it spice. All right, next. In theory, this should work. This is balsamic vinegar. Now, this is a gift from a friend. I said to myself, hey, what is both a friend and a stranger? What could both a friend and a stranger? Well, how about a strange cocktail ingredient sent to you by a friend? This was sent to us by Bonbon. Thank you, Bonbon. This is just a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Balsamic vinegar is certainly going to give us some of that spiciness. It's going to give us some tart. It is not necessarily going to give us sour, but it's like that tart feeling. But remember too, vinegar is a sweetener. So careful with this. Half an ounce, just half an ounce of some of this balsamic vinaigrette. This stuff is really going slow. I will be honest with you. It is so sweet, not too tart. There we go. Yeah, let me just taste. To be honest with you, Bonbon, I haven't even tasted it. It's got some tart to it. Yeah, we're gonna go again. These are completely theoretical cocktail. Completely theoretical. Never been made before. We're going to go ahead and put in a short half ounce of some balsamic vinaigrette. Yes, there we go. It's very good. Get you in the back, though. Get you in the back. There is some sweetness to it. But I do feel like the balsamic is giving us some tart, and it's also going to be filling out some of those holes in the flavor that we might be missing. Okay. Now, this is... Dang, I thought this would drip faster. And now I got to get a whole new cup for it. Otherwise, we're going to spill. And Kyle will yell at me. I'll put this over here. Let the rest of this drip, drip, drip. This right here is cranberry juice. It is not cranberry cocktail. And it is not pure cranberry juice. There are some companies that will sell you sugared, or how would you call that? When they add, sugar added cranberry juice, where it's just cranberries, etc., etc. Those can be kind of expensive. You know what is really cheap? A 32-ounce bag of cranberries that might last you your whole life, since we just learned that they're freezable, and sugar and water. So cheap, so cheap. So of course, I love a cranberry cocktail. I love a vodka cranberry cocktail, one of my very favorite cocktails of all time. So simple. We're going to be putting in 1.5 ounces of some cranberry juice, fresh made moments before. I had, let me finish pouring this so I can edit it maybe. There we go. I had Jen try some of this before we started. I'm just going to drink the rest. Cranberry, you think that you know what cranberry tastes like. We all think we know what cranberry tastes like. We think it tastes like cranberry cocktail. Turns out, it doesn't really taste like that. Cranberry, just if you eat a cranberry, is awful. Don't do that. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt other people. Don't just give them cranberries to eat. It's gross. They're disgusting. But if you just add sugar to it and you bring out that cranberry flavor, you're gonna find the flavor that I get most, or the sensation I get most out of it, is an aspartame kind of taste. It almost like coats your mouth. The cranberry does. It's certainly got a lot of tartness, a lot of just a devilishness. You know, it's devilish almost. There we go. So be careful with your cranberry juice if you're just making cranberry juice at home. You know, just be careful with it. Decide how much sugar you want in there. Next, I thought for it, thought long and hard. I was like, you know, this drink most likely could handle some rum, can most likely handle some whiskey. Probably do some pisco. You probably put some tequila in here. This drink, I assume, can handle a lot that's going in here. But I was more interested in all of these weird flavors coming together. I didn't want to just sacrifice another liquor. And so when it comes time to sacrifice a liquor, what liquor do we sacrifice? What liquor do we just put in there to raise the ABV without adding any flavor? Well, it's a little known Russian liquor. It means little water. Wod means water, and ka means small. This is vodka. Little water. The less it tastes like anything, the better your vodka is. That is not true with almost anything else. Yes, hashtag liquor sacrifice. Yeah, I'm surprised that one got through. We have been having, I will tell you guys real quick, recently, we did a whole show on eggnog. And it turns out in the UK, not in the United States, but in the UK, nog is a bad word. Can't say nog. So every time you guys were writing nog in the chat, it was being flagged. So now all of you have said dirty words online, according to YouTube. We let them all through. We unchatted them, or we unblocked them all. So you guys got to see all of those nogs coming through. But apparently nog, don't look it up. Bad word. Where was I going with this? Totally forget. Anyway. Liquor sacrifice. Yes, hashtag liquor sacrifice. Hopefully we don't get flagged for that. We're going to take some vodka. We're just going to be putting in 2 ounces of vodka. Again, if you have good mixers, vodka's fine. If you're just mixing it with garbage, then maybe there's a problem there. Okay, shake it. We're gonna drop it into a glass. We're gonna call it a day, and then I don't care very much for going out anymore. I really like being at this bar. This is my favorite bar of all time. There's a lot of great bars in the world. I've been to a lot of them. I think Tiki, great spot. I think that Clumsy's was amazing. I think Ramababa out in Athens. I think those are both great bars. I think that there's the Lost Lake. It's great while it lasted. 3 Dots and a Dash. These are all great. Oh gosh, now Jen's yelling at me. Don't start that, old man. I do really like being here though. Anyway, I feel like I'm just a little higgledy-piggledy about going out. I wanted to put this up, but we put way too many juices in here, so we're just going to put it into one of these guys right here. Boom. We're not going to get all weird about it. We're just going to pump and dump this one right in here. We're going to congratulate ourselves on that wash line, baby. Look at that. Wow. That's a Christmas miracle, my friends. Did not expect that to happen. That's just innate talent, as it turns out. Oh, dang. That's why I wanted to save 3 or 4 cranberries. All right. Just assume that there are 3 or 4 cranberries in here. Just assume that there are. Probably are somewhere. We're going to take an orange. We're going to give this a nice orange peel. This orange has seen better days at this point, so we'll use a little more of the orange peel than we normally would. give ourselves a triple orange peel. Oh, I'll probably do it down here. There we go. Got a beautiful orange peel right there. Oh, uh-oh. Kyle has brought me my cranberries. Thanks, buddy. 3 cranberries. That's exactly how many I would have put in here. Thanks, dude. Good work. 3 cranberries. There are a lot of reasons why people put 3 of things into drinks. You know, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, the Alvin and his 2 brothers, the 3 chipmunks. I feel like that's probably a reason. The reason I like to put 3 things, like in ouzo, when you have ouzo, you put 3 coffee beans in it. The 3 is good luck. I always like to think of it as if you die, hopefully none of us do ever, but if you die and you have to have pallbearers that are going to carry your casket, you can't only do it with 3 pallbearers. So when we put 3 in there, we're saying long life. May you only ever have 3 people that can carry your casket. That way we can never die. Makes us immortal. That's a weird thing to talk about. Let's turn this here. We're going to throw our 3 cranberries right here. We're going to take our orange and we're just going to sneak her on in there. We're going to sneak her on in there so you guys can see it. There we go. We got a little orange S in there, a couple cranberries. This right here. Oh, can we have a Tiki tour to Max's South Seas with Dr. Cush? What the heck is Max's South Seas? We're going to figure it out, yes. Yes, you can. Absolutely. This is it. Completely theoretical cocktail. A cocktail that had no reason to be here. Oh, let's play the game. Shall we play the game? What type of drink would this be? There's vermouth in it. There is, of course, vodka in it. There is juice in it. There's some sour in here. Some sweet in here. What kind of drink do we think this is? What in the 7 drink category? What do we think? It's good. The balsamic is the star of this show. Be careful with how much balsamic. I know at the first point I said put in half an ounce of balsamic. Definitely taste your balsamic before you throw it into your cocktail. Too much balsamic will taste like, and this is gonna be shocking to everybody. It'll taste like you're just drinking balsamic. Balsamic is an invasive ingredient. It will take over a lot of this. Bonbon is terrible at this game. Is it a smash? Not a smash. Smashes usually fall within the sour category. That's how most smashes are. So a subcategory of the sour is the smash. This is a good guess. It's in the sour category, but it is a much larger sour. Yeah, Forlorn Hope, I would say. And Paul, I say you guys are right. No need to put question marks there anymore. Just say it. Say it with your whole chest. Put 10 toes on the ground and yell it from the rooftops. Yeah, this is a punch. This is a punch. 1 of sour, right? 1 of sour. So if we're talking about how sours work, we think that grapefruit is a half sour. The same way that pineapple is a half sour. So we doubled up on our sour. So we have 1 of sour. 2 of sweet. There is some sweet in the grapefruit, but we also put cranberry juice, which is a sweet. It's got some tartness to it too, but we're going to categorize that in something else. And we put in our, what else do we put in here? Yeah, cranberry. Oh, cranberry and balsamic. 2 of our sours. 2 very, very big tart sours. Then 3 of strong. Could have put in more vodka. But we also did put in vermouth. So right up there. And then 4 of weak. That, of course, is going to come in the form of the cranberry juice that we made. We didn't make it so much as a cranberry syrup. If you want to make this now into a syrup, take the juice that you made and add more sugar into it until it gets nice and calm. But this is very much just a juice. Let's get it right in here. Look at juice cam. Very much just a juice. It doesn't stick to the sides. Just a juice. Then we shook it, add a little bit more water, and then a little spice to make it all nice. That's, of course, going to come. The spiciness is going to come from our balsamic. It's going to come from our cranberry, and it's going to come from our vermouth. It's just math. It really is just math. 1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong, 4 of weak, and a little spice to make it all nice. It's a large format punch. Sorry, it's a small format punch, and it's delicious. No doubt about it. Yes, good job to everybody. Well done. Let's give you guys a, I'm going to give you guys a little cheer. Which will crowd. There we go. Well done, Paul. Well done, Forlorn. You guys got it. You guys are paying attention. Listen, Smash is close. It is a, if you don't picture, I do these things called minute cryptics. Anybody else on minute cryptic? I do that every day. I'm on like a 75-day streak. And it's learning the little tiny rules about it. So if somebody says like drunk fudge in this minute cryptic, this is ridiculous. I'm explaining this to you because nobody cares about this, but drunk fudge. Then you have to think, drunk can be an anagram indicator. So do we have to mix up the word fudge? Or fudge can be an anagram indicator. So do we have to mix up the word drink? Do we have to fudge drunk? Or do we have to make fudge drunk? Anyway, once you start to understand what a spice is, what the sours are, what those are, once that all gets in there, it just takes a little time. Just takes a little time. And that's all we got to it. Yeah. Moose, let us know how the job's going. Fingers crossed. Hasn't heard anything yet. Hopefully soon. Hopefully by the new year, Moose will be deep in his new job. Okay, gosh, I don't want to leave you guys. I really would like to handcuff myself to the bar and just stay here, but I have to go out and say hello to people during what is known at this bar as birthday month. So we'll be back here on Tuesday. I've already found the next cocktail we're doing. Very excited about it. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet because I want you guys to not show up. But we have something for Tuesday. We'll be back here Tuesday, Thursday, and for our Christmas extravaganza on Saturday. We will then take a week off for Christmas to let everybody, rid themselves of whatever you got going on here. And then we will be back on the next Tuesday, I believe the 30th, for the State of the Bar address. So that is what you guys have coming up. I appreciate you guys all coming. How much do I appreciate you guys? This much. There you go. Thank you guys for showing up to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Like I said, I'm always Dr. Cush, and these classes will always remain free. If you can't help out, we have a Patreon, PayPal, a Venmo. That's monetary. You can do that. That's great. Otherwise, you can invite your friends. We just got a friend invited, Chuck. Chuck is new to the group. He was just invited because one of you went out there and you found Chuck. You brought Chuck to us. Spectacular. That's a great way to do it. More Chucks. And if you can't do that, we do classes here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, but sometimes Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, where we just hang out and make drinks. I appreciate you guys showing up. If you make this drink, let me know. Otherwise, I want to see what your drinks are. Head on over to Facebook.com. And yes, well, Chuck isn't here right now, Roger. So it's a good thought, but Chuck is not here currently. So yes, hello, Roger, instead. Pop on over to the After Hours, Dr. Cush's Exotic After Hours. Post up your drinks and say hello to us there by showing us what you are making currently. Thank you guys so much. Until Tuesday, I will say, like I always do.
Are you trying to drive me crazy?
Are you? Are you? I'll ask another question.
Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?
And then I'll remind you to.
Please save your questions until I'm through.
And after that, I will say.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone. Happy Saturday. Bye-bye.
Bye.